Hi and welcome to this course, the Epic Guide to Blogging. Blogging is my favorite thing ever, and it has given me so much over the years that if I were to start again a career in anything, I would start from blogging. In this course I want you to understand everything that blogging can do for you and how to achieve the maximum success with the right amount of effort, but without wasting any energy on things that don't matter and focusing on the things that really can make a difference for you. Now let me tell you a little bit about me and my blog. So I run a blog on flaviocopes.com. This is the domain, it's my exact name. I started this blog many years ago, but I didn't consider it like anything in particular. Like, for the first few years my blog was just an hobby for me. I didn't have any ambition for it to be anything more than some place where I could write an article from time to time, and that's what happened, because I wrote very infrequently. Maybe months went by without any post at all. At some point I was kind of tired with the job I was doing. I've never had a job actually, but I was a freelancer for a company, a contractor you can say, and I decided, well, I want a change in my career. So what I started to do was I decided to get really good at a different programming. Now I'm a computer programmer, and I decided, well, I'm going to change things a little bit. I was kind of tired with the technology I was working on, and I said, well, let's pick this programming language, totally new to me, and let's learn it in 1 month. So I went really deep dive. I bought books, courses and everything about that specific programming language, and I started collecting all the things I was learning in the form of blog posts. And I wrote perhaps 1 or 2 every day also, because I was just learning full time. So I consider my blog like a little bit of a log of the things I was learning. And I kept going for 1 month, a little more than that, and then I almost forgot about it, because I found out that the language, that I wasn't that much interested in getting a job with that language anymore, because of various reasons. But the thing that you need to know the most is that after a few months of consistently creating blog posts and sharing them also in specific communities, Google started noticing me and my blog and started sending a few visitors, a few more visitors, and the weeks went by and the visitors were growing and growing. At some point I had like 100 visitors per day, and I said, well, this is something already. And at the time I was working on another project, another website. On this website I decided to keep blogging. Basically it was a blog about a different technology. In this case, if you're interested, it was JavaScript and React and those kind of things that I now talk about in my blog. In short, I had 2 websites, one of which, my blog, where I wrote consistently about that programming language I was learning, started getting more and more views, while the other blog was still in its infancy, in its early stages. So I decided, you know what, that blog is growing quite a lot, so I'm going to transfer all the things I wrote on the other website, abandon that, and I'm going to keep focusing on flaviocopes.com, my official blog. So at that point I had like perhaps 50 blog posts ready on that other website that I wanted to move to the new one. And so I said, you know what, I'm going to schedule them one every day. And it turns out I had 1 month and a half of content already there. So what happened is that by accident I started writing one blog post every day, and I did that for 45-50 days, something like that, a little less than 2 months. And while those posts were published, during that time I kept writing, because now I was gaining a lot of pleasure from writing, because I was learning new things, sharing them with the community. Now I had a little bit of readership, and I was very happy about that, so I kept going. And anytime I wrote a new post, it was not every day, but perhaps every few days, I kept adding it to the queue, right? And so this blogging daily habit just happened by chance, but I kept going for now more than 2 years. One blog post every day, including weekends at some point. At some point I switched. It was initially every weekday, but then I had just so much things I wanted to publish that I said, okay, let's screw it. I'm going to publish every day, 7 posts a week. At some point I also tried to publish 2 times a day, but it was too much. It takes a little bit of time to start. For me, it took more than 6 months to get from 0 to getting 100 visitors per day, and then growth was steady, slow but steady. Today the blog gets more than 30,000 visits per day. It's 1 million visitors every month, tracked by analytics, so it's perhaps 20% more than that, because some people don't have analytics enabled. We can track them using the normal tools like Google Analytics. But basically it's a huge amount of people, and this is not just traffic, it's people that get to know you, get interested in what you talk about, might be interested in products you can propose to them, because now with a blog like this, with a blog that has a readership, you have a way to create a business around it. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be like one of those sleazy blogs full of advertising, affiliate products, affiliate marketing. It doesn't have to be that way. My favorite way is creating products that create more value for your audience. That's it. So with this course I really want to move you from 0 to having a blog that is growing every day. Blogging is kinda it's not out of fashion, I would say, but a few years ago was much more in the news. Today we got social media and streaming and YouTubers and all that, but I think blogging is the most powerful tool you have at your disposal, because one blog post you write today can be useful 2 years from now, 5 years from now. And the discoverability that Google provides you via search, organic traffic, is a never-ending stream if you do it right. And you can't rely, of course, on Google sending you visitors. It's not a guarantee. Nothing is guaranteed. But I really think that there is no medium like that, because let's take an Instagram post, for example. It lives that day, a few hours, and then it's gone. YouTube is more like blogging, because you can find videos that are years and years old and still relevant. So that's something I really like YouTube for that. But yeah, this course is about blogging, not YouTube, and let's jump right in. So in this course I will teach you how to create a blog, not the tiny details that you can find anywhere. like create a blog with WordPress. You can find lots of tutorials about that, but I will focus on the tactics and the strategy underlying that and the mentality you need to have to make your blog more successful. Okay, even if you have an existing blog, the things I will talk about will be very, very relevant to you. And most importantly, I will talk about you and your audience. Okay? That's it for this prologue, and let's jump right in.